everybody. Get my audio going. What's up? I'm live. I'm live. Hi, two people. Ooh. Can you hear me? Hi, Timo. Hi, Joseph. What's up? Yeah, did you watch my live stream, Joseph Newhouse? Thanks for joining. Yeah, I had that dream about the balloon, and it totally tied to them releasing the lanterns in the movie, which I love. I've always loved since it came out. Sofia Coppola's Melancholia with Kirsten Dunst, and with them releasing the lanterns of the marriage ceremony, and then she becomes super depressed because, well, she actually becomes happier because she knows it's the end of the world. But yeah, that has to do kind of with a comet asteroid. But yeah, it just came out. Apparently, the balloon had the payload of fire or of explosives, and I had a dream that it was carrying like firecrackers, dynamite, like strings of dynamite, like bundles of firecracker-looking things, explosives. So my dream is turning out like exactly true. Next, we're just waiting for the hole in the firmament, and that's being played out with the magnetic pole shift and the weaknesses in the magnetosphere. I think we're seeing that manifest in the earthquakes right now. So yeah, what do you think about that, Joseph? Hi, Voditas. Yeah, so I do have prophetic dreams. First of all, I want to say thank you to my new best friend, Karen. She's really helping us out right now. She's from the LA area, and that's where I am right now, kind of right where James Munder used to live, in Redondo, and been hanging out with super cool people, really nice people. It's quite biblical, to be honest, following the path of Jesus, with the same characters, with the same names. It's kind of strange. But anywho, this video right now, I also was going to add, I'm also going to talk about the downfall of the Grammys, but I'll talk about that in the end. But recently on my feed, on my videos, when I watch the channels that I watch, oftentimes the ad that pops up is the ad I put on my thumbnail from Wells Fargo of early payday. And the first time I saw it, it really rubbed me the wrong way, and I think it was like the second time I saw it, I realized what it was. And it's like sanctioned sexual harassment in the commercial. Like it's actual sexual harassment in the workplace that they're displaying in the commercial for Wells Fargo. And it's the tongue-in-cheek of what the new social norms are. It's full of subliminals, and it's basically of who can get away with things and who can't get away with things. So the whole premise of the commercial is early payday, get paid 2 days early, and the main character is a black man, and everybody in the office is basically wearing white. Like the whole office is white with red, dark, like blood red, like fire engine red details on the walls. But everything else is kind of white. All of the people are wearing white. So it starts off with like, could you get your payday 2 days early? And the main character, who's a black man, shuts his computer, he waters his plant, he like gets up to leave his day for work, and all smiling, and he says goodbye to his other co-workers. And first of all, I want to say that there's basically no white women in this commercial, and the commercial that's shown to you in the ads before video, they cut out the long version of the commercial. They have a black man and an Asian woman leaving early from work. But in the ads that they show for videos on YouTube, they cut out the Asian woman. They just show the black man leaving early for work, or leaving work early. And he says goodbye to the black lady, whose name is Mary. He says, goodbye, Mary. And it's a heavyset black lady. And she looks up at him like, what the F? Like, why are you leaving early? And then he says goodbye to the white man, who's kind of bearded, glasses, kind of the hipster, the white man hipster. And he's like, it's Wednesday. And he like takes off his headset. He's like, it's Wednesday. And then they show another white man who's like the clean cut, short hair, blonde white man kind of. And he's like, did I miss something? And then they show the Asian woman getting her purse, and she's like, okay, we're gonna go. And then the Asian woman and the black man walk together to the elevator. And as the black man, he says, yeah, baby, it's the weekend. And this is what signaled me to like pay attention to this video. Is he said, hey, baby. He said, yeah, baby. It's like, what the heck? When was it okay to refer to people in the workplace as baby? Like if he said, hey, baby, or yeah, baby, and then they showed like a white woman, like a blonde woman that he was saying that to, that would be totally unokay. But he was saying it to the hipster white guy. He said, yeah, baby, it's the weekend. You can't call people baby in the workplace, but it was okay because it was the black man saying it to the hipster white man, calling him a baby, and baby is sexual. You can't call each other baby. But he was allowed to do it, just like he was allowed to leave work early. He was getting paid early. He was leaving work early, unlike anybody else in the workplace. The black man and the Asian woman. And like I said, the Asian woman is cut out of like the YouTube ads. Like it's only in the long version ad that you see the Asian woman leave. The only time you see a white woman is when the black man and the Asian woman enter the elevator to leave work. There's a white woman coming off the elevator to go to work. She's the only one really going to work, is the white woman, and she's kind of butch looking. She has short, bleach blonde hair. Very briefly at the end. So it's basically, you don't even see a white woman. So these are all very subliminal messages that the black man, the Asian woman don't have to work. They're not held, especially the black man, he's not held to sexual harassment standards. He's allowed to say things that other people can't say. If the white man had said, hey, baby, to anybody else in the workplace, this is a bank commercial. This is a commercial for Wells Fargo. And they're showing a workplace environment. And the man is actually doing sexual harassment in the video. Like if anybody called you baby, if I was in an office and they said, hey, baby, yeah, baby, you can't say that. You can't say that in the workplace, and it's just okay. But then they show this as a workplace environment for a bank commercial. And it all has to do with getting away with things. They got the pay early for not doing the work. They left work early. I think that also this was like kind of a microcosm of hell, because it had to do with the elevator is the in and out, and then the walls were these bright red. Also, the whitewashing of the environment. I did think it was interesting that the first person left behind was the black woman, because that seems to be a very stereotypical theme, that, you know, the black man, the first thing he does is leave the black woman for, you know, for brighter horizons. Like, the black woman gets left behind first, and she's the one that does the most work. These are all like stereotypes. But the white woman is completely left out pretty much of the whole commercial. So I just thought it was very, I was offended, and I was, well, and it's also this like tying of like being happy about working, but you're happy to leave work. But everybody else at work didn't want to be there in the commercial. It's just this weird commercial, but it's basically only about sowing resentment. It was like that person at work that gets away with murder, and the person is like the person at work that can say anything, that sleeps with other people, that drinks on the job, and they're just allowed to get away with it. And you're like, why is it that they get to break all the rules, but the moment I break a rule, I get written up? Like, it's that feeling that commercial sows, that feeling of resentment of us versus them, that certain people can say certain things that other people can say. You know, the biggest thing, you know, that we always talk about is that, you know, the N word. But there's way other, like, so many other things, like the word, like, bitch, like gay men can throw that around, like, yeah bitch, or like even sometimes girlfriends will, like, hey bitch, like they'll call each other bitch, like in kind of an endearing way, but it's a little bit of an undercut. But if like a straight man said that to a straight woman, like, hey bitch, it would be automatic derogatory. But if a gay man said that to a straight woman, hey bitch, it's different. It's like a certain man can say bitch, and another man cannot say bitch to the same woman, and that woman will take that bitch differently. Maybe. I mean, I kind of find it offensive altogether, but I'm talking about socially, how certain things are okay for some people to say, and you can't, and other people can never ever say it. And this is what this commercial is representing, is that the one man, and I thought it was also interesting that when I put on the closed captioning, the words, it labeled that man as the hero. It said hero, and he says, yeah baby, weekend's coming early. And the weekend is also the weekend, the weakening of the person. So the weakening is coming early. The payday, where you have to pay, Judgment Day, is coming early. And I guess it's coming early for the black man and the Asian woman that are going into the elevator down to hell. But yeah, that they put that in there into a bank commercial where he says, yeah baby. That's sexual harassment. That passed. You know, we talk about Balenciaga and all that. This ad passed. Blank. YouTube ad, Google ad, surveyors. Yeah baby. Weekend's coming early. I mean, what if he said, yeah sexy, or like, you know, yeah girly, yeah macho. Like, you can't say those things at work, but it's okay if certain people say it. It's okay, and they get to leave work early. You know? But the other people have to stay in work, and they can't say anything about it. The privilege, right? The privilege. Who really has the privilege? The privilege to leave early for payday. And then I grew up, like, watching all of the award shows. I love entertainment news. I know about all the celebrities. And I grew up watching all the pageants. Any like event. I grew up on TV. Like I grew up on TV. Like I watched everything on TV, MTV, network TV, TGIF Fridays. I knew all the days of the TV events, Lifetime movies, TV specials. And I just realized like last night, like, oh, it's the Grammys. So I go onto the trending, like explore trending tab on YouTube, and I'm like scrolling because usually they automatically have the performances like as the trending videos on the feed, and there was nothing in the trending. So I'm like, okay, so I type in Grammys performance 2023, and there were videos. So I'm like, that's kind of weird, they weren't trending yet. And so I click on some of them. I click on like the Beyonce speech, was like a total coded thing about, she had this, it was like this big Egyptian ritual. It felt like I was looking at some like knockoff wannabe Nefertiti kind of thing, where it was just like such a cheap copy. And she's like, I'm just going to try to take in all of your spirit or all of your energy or something like that. She like says that. She's like, I'm just going to try to soak in all of your energy or something like that. And that's like what they were there for. And it was just blatant satanic. Like everything, like all the performances were bright red, like they were in the bowels of hell. Just like blatant, not even, innuendos. And it was just like no creativity. I feel like even their performances, you've seen them before. Like usually for the Grammys, they have kind of like better performances or like different renditions of the song, like cooler mashups. And I swear Kim Petras, every time I see the picture of Kim Petras at the Grammys, she looks like Kelly Osbourne. She looks like Ozzy Osbourne's daughter, Kelly Osbourne, who used to be on Fashion Police with Joan Rivers for like a day before Joan Rivers died. And then she was like, Kelly Osbourne was like on The View for a while. But Kim Petras looks like a dead ringer for... Kim Petras looks like Kelly Osbourne. I was like, is that Kelly Osbourne? And where did Kelly Osbourne go? But yeah, like her in the cage, Kim Petras in the cage, like writhing around. Yeah, and Beyonce thanked God, or did she thank the Lord? I think she thanked God. And then Harry Styles is a femme and like born a female, but I mean, he was the most stylish one with his rainbow jumpsuit. And it's like, you can tell that they're all part of this Order of the Rose. Like they're all these high level presidential prostitutes, because the way that people hung on and greeted Harry Styles, it was all very, very sexual. Like you knew either beforehand, afterhand, at these parties, Harry Styles is passed around. Like Harry Styles does everybody important. He does them. That's how he got the awards. Like that's how they get the awards. You have to go through a certain number of these uppity ups and please them. But you see these pictures of him hugging, and it's just like they're so like close. Like you can tell that they've had intimate sexual encounters. Like I've seen all these pictures of him hugging these old people at the Grammys, and the old people are like almost like making out with him, and it's like, whoa, he really had to pay. Like they had to pay their dues. They had to pay their dues for that Goldman. The Goldman. Oh no, I guess that's an Oscar is a Goldman. The Grammy is a sonograph or a phonograph. But But yeah, it just went so downhill. And like Madonna introduced Sam Smith and Kim Petras. And even I was like thinking about her, like when she was giving her speech, introducing them, it was like, I had this narrative in my head because she was talking. She was giving her little speech and she kept on telling to the audience, like, come on, you fucks, like, come on. Because the audience wasn't giving her that feedback that, either a response, a chuckle, a clap, a woohoo, a shout when she says something provocative that she's used to. She's used to people being really riled up when she talks. And she kept on kind of being like, come on, like, where's the crowd? Like, come on. When she's giving her little speech. And I'm like thinking about how when she was raised, whatever, people were told to like listen to their elders, to follow the rules, like you're supposed to act a certain way in certain environments. And now kind of the young people are told not to follow authority, like they know better than authority, find your own way, you don't really have to follow. I mean, they're told to follow the rules in some things, but then also like the rules don't apply to them. But it was like they had this, like, it was almost like the stadium was filled with all of these delinquent kids that didn't really want to give her respect. Like the respect wasn't there that she's used to. Madonna is used to getting up on stage and being respected, having command of the crowd. When she makes a joke, they laugh. When she says something sexual, they go woohoo. She showed a little bit of her leg. There was like dead silence when Madonna showed her leg. And she was kind of like, it was like embarrassing. It was embarrassing that they weren't giving her the type of response that she was trying to get. It's a freaking TV show. It's a TV show production, and still the audience wasn't working with Madonna. And Madonna was like visibly like kind of like annoyed, kind of like, you guys are here for the Grammys. You're supposed to participate. And so it's like, yeah, the Grammys are just dead. I was watching them interview Machine Gun Kelly, and it was just, she thinks he's so deep. And it sounded like something really bad happened to Machine Gun Kelly on the ride over, because he's like, the ride over really taught me something. The ride over really taught me something. So basically Hollywood's burning. There's like footage of Ben Affleck and J-Lo like arguing with each other. And you never know what's real or not, because it says like, oh, they caught them without them knowing they were on camera, that they were arguing, but they always know they're on camera. So, but I do think it's interesting. Ben Affleck always looks like he's having the worst day of his life. So yeah, it's just it's really disappointing. I was looking at it, I was like, did Beyonce perform? I was kind of looking to see if she performed, but I didn't see that. Okay, so now I'm going to see what you are saying. Hi, Luxor. All these major commercials and movies are intentionally incendiary. I'm ready to check out. NBC are just shit. Okay. Hi, Don Spur. Jessica Jane, you're damn good at interpreting some. Thank you. Don Spur, nice weather. Here, cold. Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles by the beach with my new best friend, Karen. She's awesome. Luxor, I appreciate your breakdowns of things like this. Awesome. Thank you. Voditas, hello. Anti-man, anti-great, learn the new rules. Right. But it was like, yes, it was definitely anti-white, but it was even more anti-white woman, because the only person entering work was the white woman. The white guys were already at work. Yeah, it's just really bad message all around. Like, hello, you watched? No, I didn't watch the Grammys. I watched little snippets of what they posted on YouTube. Boditas, I wouldn't know. M Stone, why are you so easily fooled? What am I fooled by? M Stone, aren't you supposedly educated? What? Okay. Intimate encounters. Yeah, take a look at the footage of Harry Styles greeting people. Hi, Wins. Hey, what up, girl? Wednesday says, Madonna is revolting. Luxor says, I think the whole idea of celebrity is becoming more and more of a joke as the Matrix falls apart. Wednesday said, yes, no respect. M. Stone. Wednesday says, but she is the joke now. Wednesday said, nobody wants to see her leg. Madonna is disgusting. Wednesday, she was always a dumb ass, but it doesn't age well. Well, I think Madonna wears like a silicone mask now. Wednesday, yeah, Hollywood is burning. Adrian says, Madonna wasn't getting that energy she's used to absorbing. Yeah, and she was pissed off by it. Hi, Peyton. Hi, Dan. Shoot and Show says, hey, woke folks. Wednesday says, I came late. I'll have to catch up on the whole vid later. Yeah. So, catch the beginning of my video. My dream about the balloon is becoming even more prophetic because it was apparently carrying explosives like I dreamt about. Yeah. So it's really nice. The sun's really nice. And we are just working on the van slowly and gonna be on the road here pretty soon, meeting friends along the way. Thanks so much for joining. I'm gonna take off. Thanks, guys. Please hit the notification bell, and thank you to all my new subscribers.